I smile a lot, to be honest. I'm not an angry person, not like how they said I am. My name is Tallon Satiacum, -27182 inmate at Score County Jail. I got fetal alcohol syndrome, bipolar. It's just a list.
My name is Kaylee Beber, and I'm a staff attorney at Disability Rights Washington. I work on the AVID jail project. Since the beginning of our program, we've met with hundreds of inmates with mental health issues. Many jails that we speak with don't think that jail is an appropriate place for someone with mental health issues. They aren't set up to be treatment facilities. But at the same time, that's where many people are. That's an unfortunate reality. And so that's why there's a number of safeguards in place for people with mental illness in jails. So when someone comes into the jail who has a mental health issue, jail policy requires that there's a health assessment with a mental health screening within 2 weeks. That didn't happen in Tallon's case. So we met Tallon Satiacum in late spring, early summer of 2015. I requested Tallon's jail and medical records, so I looked over those. He reported his symptoms and his diagnosis, the fact that he'd been taking medication about 1 month after he'd been at the jail. And it wasn't until another month after that that he actually had the mental health screening and started receiving his medication.
I told them I needed pills. I needed medication, basically. Nobody listened.
His symptoms kept getting worse and worse. He kept exhibiting behavior that appeared to be related to symptoms of his mental health issues. The jail, instead of responding with treatment, responded with punishment after punishment after punishment. He received 13 formal disciplinary infractions, and he had 20 documented informal disciplinary issues.
They were infracting me for every little thing. I could yell at them and it would be an infraction.
The sanctions that he received included some minor things like losing commissary, 2 more serious punishments like being placed in solitary confinement. At first was only for maybe 1 day, and then it was for 10 days, and then for 30 days, and then he was permanently placed in solitary confinement.
I'm isolated. I don't have nobody to talk to. It's just me and my wall. They would keep me in there for 72 hours at times. I was getting angry, frustrated. Felt like what they were doing was picking on me.
There's no evidence in Tallon's records to indicate that mental health staff were consulted about the appropriateness of his disciplinary sanctions, even though the jail's own policy states that the disciplinary process shall consider whether an inmate's mental disabilities or mental illness contributed to the inmate's behavior when determining what type of discipline, if any, should be imposed.
Here, they don't even care. That's how I feel.
We reached out to the jail as we were getting ready to present Tallon's story in this video, and the jail made a valid point that it's difficult for jails to always know what someone's mental health and medical needs and history are because they rely on inmates reporting, self-reporting. But that's exactly why most jails, including this jail, have policies in place that provide for multiple different times and ways in which inmates and staff can report mental health concerns. And in any case, he did after 1 month and nothing was done.
I needed to get back on my meds. I needed to get back to me being sane and not going insane.
So after 2 months, he finally had his psychiatric medications. After he got his medications, he received drastically fewer disciplinary infractions.
Pills that they got me on now, it changed me. It made me calm. I've been just doing good, and just trying to maintain.
This is not unique to this jail or to Tallon's case. This is a problem that we see in both jails that we go to with the AVID Jail Project and in jails around the country. So what we'd like to see, it's not any radical. We'd like to see them follow their policies that provide these protections. Inmates with mental health issues shouldn't have to be subject to harsher punishment than other inmates solely based on their disability and their mental health condition.
Tallon was released December 24, 2015. The AVID Jail Project continues to work with SCORE Jail on the problems faced by inmates with mental illness. As a result, the jail has cut its wait time for health assessments and reports changing the disciplinary policy to avoid situations like Tallon's. Find out more at avidjailproject.org. The AVID Jail Project is a project of Disability Rights Washington. Produced by Rooted in Rights.